Poverty estimates. These are the poverty ratios and number of peoples all over the world is discussing about. Oh, sorry, I am talking about India. These are the charts and data which you must see. Economic survey of 2017 and 18 shows all these data. Even if poverty ratio declined between 93 and 94 and 2004 and 5, why did number of poor people remain about 407 millions? Because population is also increasing day by day. Are the dynamics of the poverty reduction is same in rural and urban India? No, it is different. They are changeable. We should think about it once again. Now, social groups which are the most vulnerable to the poverty are scheduled caste and scheduled tribes household, ST and SC, which we call in Hindi अनुसूचित जाति and अनुसूचित जनजाति के लोग इसके अंदर सबसे ज़्यादा affected होते हैं. The most vulnerable groups in the rural agriculture labor household and the urban casual laborers household. This is the chart and data which tell us about all these things. The double disadvantages of being a landless casual wage labor household in the socially disadvantaged social groups of the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribes population highlighted the seriousness of the problem. What does it mean? He is saying that the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes population are facing more and more problems comparison to other, especially in India. Apart from the social groups, I am talking about in the family only. In a particular family only, the working person is enjoying more resources than the non-working for the elderly persons, women, infants, childs. This is wrong. Now, it's just a story of a Sivarama. Sivarama lives in a small family near Karur town in Tamil Nadu. It's famous for handloom and powerloom fabrics. कपड़े बनाने के लिए. Handloom making by hand, powerloom which is run by the power. Sivaram is a ayurthar. He is a cobbler, mochi, by caste. Now he works in agriculture labor of rupees 160 per day. Sometimes he got jobs in the town. His wife, Sakshikala, too works for him. She is paid rupees 100 per day for the same work and she was. What does it imply? That man is getting more amount for the same work comparison to a woman. What he is earning 160 rupees per day and his wife earning only 100 rupees for the same work. The portion of the poor people is not same on every state. It differs from state to state. Although state level poverty has witnessed the secular decline from the levels of early 70s to the success rate of reducing poverty varies from state to state. Recent estimates shows while all India head count ratio HCR was 21.9% in 2011 and 12. States like Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, all above and above all India poverty level. This is the data charts which we are showing. Another chart which you can see many types of many states are there included in it. Global poverty scenario. The portion of people in different countries live in extreme economic poverty defined by the World Bank as living on less than $1.90 per day has fallen from 36% in 1990 to 10% in 2015. This is the chart data figures that given by the World Bank. Poverty declined substantially in China, Southeast Asia countries as a result of rapid economic growth. To remove poverty, we have to be rapidly economic growth. We have to follow that. And massive investment in human resource development with proper health facilities, proper health, proper mind facilities. Number of poor in China has come down from 88.3% in 1981 to 14.7% in 2008 to 0.6% in 2019. It's a big changes. In the countries of South Asia, I am talking about India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh and Bhutan. The decline has also but 34% in 2005 to 15.2% in 2014. We have to improve a lot. We have to do many hard things to remove this poverty. Poverty, head count ratio, composition among the some selected countries. This is the example. This is the data given to you for the reading. The number of poor people has also declined significantly from 510.4 million in 2005 to 274.5 million in 2013. Poverty in India is also shown higher than the national estimates. This is again chart showing each and everything related with that. Again, it's a graph chart showing you about the things, extreme poverty in millions. Now, what are the causes of the poverty? Slow growth during the British year. Low level of economic development under the British colonial administration. जब ब्रिटिशों ने हमारे पे राज किया था, colonial government ruined traditional handicrafts. जो भी हमारे ट्रेडिशनल हैंडीक्राफ्ट से हैंडमेड आइटम्स थे उन सबको उन्होंने तहस नहस कर दिया, खत्म कर दिया. एंड डिस्करेज द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज लाइक टेक्सटाइल्स. द रिजल्ट in less job opportunities and lower growth rate of the income, especially in our country, India. Huge income inequality. One of the major reasons for the inequality is unequal distribution of land and other resources. Major policy initiatives like land reforms have not been implemented properly, although our government is trying a lot, but it takes time. Slowly and steady, it will come. Anti-poverty measures. In India, anti-poverty measures are based on the two platforms. What are that? Anti-poverty measures. Promotion of economic growth and targeted anti-poverty programs that government is launching from time to time. Promotion of economic growth. It means higher industrialization. Why? When there will be higher industrialization, more and more persons will get the jobs. Expansion of agriculture activities. People need not to come from villages to the cities for searching the job, employment. It will increase job opportunities. Higher the income economic growth, lesser will be the poverty, and vice versa. Vice versa means reverse. Iska opposite. Since in the 80s, I am talking about the 1980s, India's economic growth has been of the fastest in the world. The growth rate jumped from the average of 3.5% in a year in 1970s to about 6% in a year in 1980s and 1990s. Almost nearly about double. The higher growth rate has helped the reduction of poverty. जितनी economic growth rate बढ़ेगी उतनी poverty कम होगी. Thus, there is a strong link between the economic growth and poverty reduction. There are many targeted anti-poverty programs launched by the government from time to time, which are Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Each and everything we will discuss now. National Food for Work Program, Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana PMRY, स्वर्ण जयंती ग्राम रोजगार योजना SGSY, रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम REGP, प्रधानमंत्री ग्रामोदय योजना PMGY, अनंत्योदय अन्न योजना AAY, महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट. It was launched on 2nd Feb 2006 and remained Manrega with effect from 2nd October 2009. You know 2nd October? Mahatma Gandhi's days. What are the objectives of it? To provide 100 days guarantee unskilled wage employment in a year to each rural household opting within 15 days of application. Whenever he applied, he will get 100 job minimum guarantee program. To implement the same in the backward districts of the country, the average wage is rupees 132 rupees per day in the year 2013 and 14, which keeps on changing with the passage of the time. Another one is National Food for Work Program, launched in 2004 in 150 most backward districts of the country with the objectives of food security through wage employment in the drought-prone area, जहाँ पे सूखा है. Mostly for that, to pay wages partly in cash and partly in kind. Some को रोटी दे दी, wheat दे दिए, vegetables दे दिए, and many other things, sometimes cash and sometimes in the form of pound. Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. The scheme was launched by the Prime Minister on 2nd October 1993 with the objectives of to provide employment to educated unemployed youth by setting up industries, service and business sectors, to provide financial assistance in the forms of loan to the youth between the age of 18 to 35 years and belonging to the family with annual income of less than 24,000 rupees, to provide them loans in an easy way. Swर्ण Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana, launched in the year 1999 with the objective to provide enterprise at the elementary village level to assist the families in bringing above the poverty into self-help group through the mix of a bank credit and the government subsidy. बैंक से लोन मिलेगा एंड गवर्नमेंट आपको उसमें काफी सब्सिडी देगी, छूट भी देगी. टू टेक अप द इनकम जनरेटिंग इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज, मोर एंड मोर इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज टू बी इंक्लूडेड इन दिस. Next is Rural Employment Generation Program, launched in the year 1995 with the objective to create self-employment, स्वरोजगार क्रिएट करने के लिए in rural and small towns, to cover village industries, to finance almost 90 to 95% of the project cost. आपकी project cost, if your project cost is nearly about 1,000 rupees, it's an example, तो गवर्नमेंट विल गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड 90 to 95%, यानी कि नियरली अबाउट 900 to 950 loan to you. A target of creating 25 lakh new jobs has been set up under the 10th 5-year program. Next is Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana. Introduction of a budget of 2001 with an aim to improve the quality of living of the rural people. What are the objectives? To provide all-weather roads, proper roads honi chahiye, to develop the housing in the rural areas, proper housing facilities, water for harvesting conversations and for the drinking, to provide health facilities and primary education to all the childs. Next is Anantyodaya Anna Yojana, launched in 25 December 2000. What the objective? To ensure food security to the poor, to identify poorest and poor and provide them Anant Yojana ration card. It's a ration card by which showing them they will get the ration. To provide 10 kg of rice and 25 kg of wheat at rupees 3 and rupees 2 per kg. What does mean? Rice 3 rupees and wheat 2 rupees per kg for the poorest peoples. There are many challenges for the poverty which we have to face. What are that? Poverty is certainly declining in India, but despite of the progress, poverty reduction remains India as the most challenging thing which we are facing nowadays. Poverty reduction is expected to make better progress in the next 10 to 15 years. Government is working hard for that. This would be possible mainly due to the higher economic growth. We have to work hard that, increasing stress on universally free elementary education, declining of population growth, increasing empowerment of the women and economically weaker sections of the society. The official definition of poverty is about the minimum subsistence level of living rather than reasonable level of living. Minimum you should get. Many scholars advocate that we must broaden the concept of human poverty. Worldwide experience shows that with the development of definition of what constitutes poverty also changes. Eradication of poverty is also a moving target. Soon we will be able to remove the poverty. There are many bigger challenges that are still there. Providing good health care, education and job security for all, achieving gender equality and dignity for the poor. Another challenge that India faces, the concept of poverty is very narrow. It includes only minimum subsistence level of living rather than reasonable level of living. The target has to move bigger challenges like providing health care, education, job security for all, achieving gender equality. As we are discussing, bigger challenges that still remains is providing health care, education and job security to all the persons, achieving gender equality and dignity for the poor. Many changes which India is facing is the poverty, concept of poverty is very narrow in our country. It includes only minimum subsistence level of living rather than a reasonable level of living. The target has to move on a bigger challenges like providing good health facilities, education, job security for all and achieving gender equality. This all we have discussed in the chapter number 3. Thank you.